Oh hey, so it's been a week or two since my last video, and that was clips from my Silversun Pickups weekend. And I said I was gonna make a talking video and like go into detail about what happened. I've already tried to make the video once. It turned out to be like 12 minutes long, and that was like the short version. So I decided to redo it, just kind of quickly go through what happened. So yeah, let's see how this one turns out. On October 6th, Nick and I went to Dallas to go see Silversun Pickups play at the Trees. We left pretty early, like 3 hours. We were like 7th in line. We met some pretty awesome people at the show. This guy named Ben, who was next in line, he was really cool. He had seen some of the covers. So hopefully we can catch a Silversun Pickup show with him in the future. And this girl Christina, who we met after the show while we were waiting to see if we could meet up with Brian and everyone. So Nick and I were waiting in line, and everyone in line ran to the side of the building. And me and Nick and Ben were just kind of hanging out, playing cards, killing some time, and everyone was like, you should probably come over here. So we walked over and we were the last ones, and Nikki was just hanging out saying hello to everybody. So I was kind of in the back, and she goes, hey, I know you. Me? She was like, yeah, you're Dylan. What? Yeah, I've seen your cover, it's really good. And at that point my mind was blown. Nikki knew my face, she remembered my name, and she knew me, like she called me out, and it was insane and kind of scary. I'm assuming she saw the Pit cover, which is even more scary to think about. That was a year ago. I've come a long way since then. But she shook my hand and we talked for like a minute about like sound check, because at that point my mind was melting and I couldn't really talk. But it was really surreal, and it kind of put the whole YouTube thing in perspective. Like, I've gotten to know a lot of really special people, but to know that Nikki has seen the covers, and maybe the other guys have seen it, I don't know. But to know that Nikki has seen it and she approves of it is really awesome and scary, but more awesome than scary. So we go back in line, and the show was amazing. We were on the rail. The venue was set up kind of weird. We kind of went to the middle and to the left a bit because we wanted to be in between Joe and Brian. Everything is moved to the right more, so the center of the curtain wasn't really the center of the stage. So we were right in front of Joe and this giant fake log thing, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen on stage. But other than that, it was a really remarkable show. They were amazing. And so after their set list, they play Lazy Eye, and Nikki starts handing out all of her guitar picks. She was on the other side of the stage, so I didn't expect to get anything. So they walk off and they come back to do like a 3-song encore. And after the encore, everyone leaves and Nikki comes over to our side of the stage, maneuvers in front of Joe's keyboard, and hands me a guitar pick. Like, she had one specifically for me, and it literally blew me away. She went out of her way to give me a guitar pick. That's amazing. And so this is what it looks like. And yeah, so that was extremely cool. We waited inside for like 6 minutes, let the crowd die down and let everyone leave. And then we walked outside, and sure enough, Nikki was already meeting fans and taking pictures with everybody. And that was really, really cool, because usually you have to wait like an hour. So we got in line and we got pictures with Nikki. I got to tell her thank you for the guitar pick, and the show was amazing, and that she was the sweetest person ever. And so here's me and Nikki. And then Nick got to talk to Nikki, or at least try to. He was really shy and really nervous. I think his sentence went along the lines of, "You're good on bass, really the best." And it was really funny and awkward, but he really looks up to Nikki as a bass player. And when I met Brian for the first time, I kind of did the same thing. You don't expect to get starstruck, but you really do. We got pictures with her, and yeah, then we waited for like an hour and a half. Then Brian finally came out, and we got to talk to him for a little while. We talked about Dallas, how it's amazing, but it's kind of a shithole. And we talked about some things that are coming out with Silversun Pickups, about the EP that's coming out on Record Store Day, and we talked about another thing that's happening in February, which is strange but exciting. And we got pictures with him, and he was really sweet and funny as usual. And then we left, and it was a a really awesome night. And then the next day, on Monday, I drove up to Arkansas to go hang out with Allison. Silversun had a Little Rock show in between the two Austin City Limits weekends. So I talked to Allison and I decided to drive up so we could hang out and so we could catch a show together. Because Silversun is how we met. She saw one of the covers and then we've been talking since. So I thought, how awesome would it be to go see a Silversun Pickups show together. I drove up on Monday. The show was on Tuesday and we went to Little Rock like 3 hours early because I wasn't sure how many people would show up. We were the first ones. We were waiting. Christopher walked by and we got to talk to him and he was really sweet and really nice. But we got pictures with him and so here they are. We were waiting by this gate, the gate in front of the building. And Alice goes, and I was like, what's the matter? And then she pointed and I turned around. They were all eating dinner downstairs. They were just hanging out. We nerded out a little bit, but we didn't want to be intrusive or anything, so we tried to ninja some pictures, but it didn't work out. But it was pretty crazy. We got into the show and the venue was really small. We walked in and went directly to Nikki's side and there was no rail, so we were literally leaning on the stage, which was extremely cool. It was kind of like throwback to old Silversun Pickup days, like 2007, 2008, where they're playing in like super small venues. We were like 2 feet away from Nikki, so I was in heaven, really. The only incident that occurred was after Electric Guest played, the security had everyone move back like 3 feet so they can get all the stuff off stage. And at that point, 2 really drunk ladies slithered their way through the entire crowd and then busted in front of me and Allison and split us up. And they were very loud and belligerent and drunk, and I have a low tolerance for that, and you don't push people around, especially people who I'm with. So I got a little mad and a little wordy, but yeah, you don't do that. But I got Allison back on my side and it got resolved. Don't go to shows and be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. But the show was really, really amazing. It's probably the best Silversun Pickups show that I've been to. They sounded great. We were so close, it was mind-blowing. And then after the show, Nikki gave me another pic, and I gave it to Allison. And then after that, we went outside, and the tour bus was literally parked across the street. So we waited a little bit, and then Nikki walked by, so we went and talked to her, and she remembered me. And Allison got a picture with her, and then we were really happy about that. And so we were like walked around the tour bus, and then we saw Joe, which is extremely rare. I've never seen that many pictures of Joe and fans, and plus we're both kind of Joe fangirls. Oh yeah. And so we went and talked to him and got pictures. He was really nice and kind of shy, but it's Joe. And then we waited a little bit longer and Christopher showed up and I got to talk to him again. And then Brian came out. Me and Allison got pictures with him. And while we were waiting in line, we were trying to think of something to ask Brian, and we decided to go with, what's your favorite movie? But he said that was too hard. And so I asked him, what's your favorite movie of this year? And so he gave us like a long list of movies to check out, and that was really cool. And then that was it. It was really fun. So the show was incredible. I definitely won't forget it. And getting to hang out with Allison for a couple of days was absolutely amazing. So hopefully that can happen again sometime soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's like that Silversun Madness video I made in December. But if you want to watch the clips and like a condensed version of this, click this annotation and it'll take you to the previous video. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like the video, like it. Oh, I feel dirty saying that. Like it if you want to like it. If you want to. I will talk to you guys pretty soon. Take care.